How's it going? Thanks for hanging out. I'm Orlando Ruiz Jr. I'm talking about another film directed by Billy Wilder. I've talked about a couple of his films on the channel already. The Lost Weekend, Double Indemnity. This one came out in 1950, another great black and white classic, Sunset Boulevard. This stars William Holden and Gloria Swanson. And William Holden plays a screenwriter by the name of Joe Gillis, who was sort of down on his luck, having trouble selling his screenplay to Paramount, and he's running from repo guys. They're trying to take his car. So he's on the road. He has some car trouble, and he pushes his car into a nearest uh, garage that belongs to this big, scary-looking Gothic house. And when he goes in the house to meet the resident, basically, turns out to be a old-time star from the silent era of movies, and her name is Norma Desmond, and she is an older woman. And once she finds out that he is a screenwriter, and once she finds out that he's really desperate for money, and finds out he doesn't really have a job at the moment, she does everything pretty much in her power to keep this man there. And so for the majority of the film, this man is sort of bamboozled into staying at this house, and he, needing money, he sort of agrees to fix a script for her that she wants to use as her big comeback for her next film, which I guess would be her newest film in like forever, since she was a silent film star. And I don't want to give anything away as far as what happens in the film. I just want to give you just enough information if you don't know about this movie. But this movie is very iconic. I remember as a kid watching Tiny Toon Adventures, and the whole episode was a spoof of this movie. And Gloria Swanson's character, Norma Desmond, the way she is shot in this film, and the way she portrays this character, this movie at times really comes off as a psychological thriller. That's pretty much what it is. And it still holds up to this day because of just how great she is in this part. She is relishing every moment. And, at times she's very believable, almost feels very documentary like how convincing she is in her scenes as this person that is just clinging to what used to be but is just gone. And she has her own theater where I guess whenever he wants to go out, she's like, no, we'll stay here and we'll watch movies here. I got movies here. And every time they sit down, it's just her movies. There's silent movies and the movies that she was a star of. So it's pretty crazy. This is a pretty crazy woman. And, this guy slowly realizes that throughout the film and tries to get away every now and then and sneak off to work on a screenplay with a fellow coworker who works at the studio, happens to be engaged to a buddy of his. And, a little bit of a spark happens there. And I'm not going to, spoil anything when it comes to like that, because that's pretty interesting in and of itself. Adds a nice little flavor to the movie, actually. But, this movie really isn't about love triangles or anything like that. It's mainly just because you already figure out at the beginning of the film shows you what happens to this guy already. At the very beginning, we know he's going to die. So it's a film basically about this guy's sort of odyssey and his strange relationship to this woman who, treats this guy like a pet really at first, and just, gets really clingy, and she gets sort of suicidal at times and goes on just these crazy, emotional episodes. And, like I said, just the way they shoot her and the way, she sort of moves her head and her neck, leans it, and the way she just uses her voice and her hands, her body language, and combine that with the cinematography and the lighting. The editing in this film is very brisk, moves at a very quick pace. So yeah, this is a great film. I recommend this to any film fan. If you're a fan of classic films, if you're getting into black and white films, this is definitely for you. This is a great story. If you're into movies about Hollywood. Personally, I love movies like Ed Wood or The Player, Get Shorty, Bowfinger, anything that sort of satirizes Hollywood. So, and William Holden, he was one of the greats too. Check out, his stuff like Bridge on the River Kwai. He's great in, Sabrina. Um, he even took over uh, for, the lead after Gregory Peck was, spoilers for The Omen, after Gregory Peck couldn't make it for Omen 2, William Holden, took over for that one. So, William Holden I always enjoyed, especially from his classic appearance on I Love Lucy. Big fan of that show, especially whenever they had old movie stars in one of those seasons where they were in Hollywood. All these old movie stars got cameos. I always loved the William Holden episode, and he's great in this film. And yeah, this is, just one of those classics everyone should watch. Sunset Boulevard, check it out. If you can't find it streaming, I can swear I not that long ago I remember seeing it on Amazon Prime, but if it's not there anymore, yeah, these do exist. They got the Blu-ray. It's out there. Yeah, you see what I mean? Look at that face. See this woman? Look how creepy she is. That's just the cover. So just imagine that she's just coming at you like this. Just imagine that. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want that, trust me. It's fucking creepy. So yeah, Sunset Boulevard, check it out, I can only, lead the horse to water, can't make him drink. Not calling people horses, just, yeah, anyways. So yeah, much love everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Always appreciate you. If you want to look out for more of these, the list goes on and on. So I gotta keep it up because it's my job, one of my new jobs, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. So you want to check the next one out. Be sure to like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Hit that bell, comment, share, all that stuff. Always appreciate it. And be sure to look out for more. I'm going to keep them coming. You guys take care and God bless. Bye-bye.